Welcome to this special episode of Street Soldiers, a Teen Summit Town Hall, focusing on the issues facing our teens today, right now in 2018. These teens in the city face many of the same issues that teens do everywhere around the country. But when they have the daily threat of violence and also concerns about a lack of resources, sometimes problems at home, and other beefs with other people and other teens and other communities, that can put a stress on teens that can derail them from the path most direct to their dreams.
Ooh, when I ain't had no money, it got real lonely. Since I began to it, everybody know me.
Getting money is always a goal, and the temptation to get it fast any way you can is always there. But Harlem teens also grow up seeing the price some pay for breaking the law. Harder to avoid is the social media beefing between youth in different housing developments.
Developments having issues with each other, and a lot of nonsense.
It gets stressful because you always got to watch your back.
Lawrence Birthwright, known to the community as Brother J or Mr. J, grew up in housing and came up with a plan.
The S.A.F.E program started with Johnson, Jefferson, Clinton, Lehman, and Taft. And each individual development had their own individual issues.
Based out of the Stanley Isaacs Weldon Johnson Center, the S.A.F.E program features sports, leadership training, field trips, and educational support for boys and girls. But most of all, it's about the ongoing dialogue and guidance, says co-director SHAKIM LASSITER.
The main thing is to give them a different light when we talk and when we have discussions. It's to continue to let them know that you are your destiny, and you can create anything that you want to do if you just believe in anything that you want to do.
Are you all ready to get this started? Yeah! All right. Joining me is hip-hop artist. You've seen him on Love and Hip Hop New York, the one and only JAQUAE. Also with us is NUPOL KIAZOLU. She's a high school senior bound for college and also a student leader and activist. NUPOL, great to have you with us. Also with us is SHAKIM, aka Sha LASSITER. He's the co-director of the S.A.F.E program here in East Harlem. Sha, great to have you. So let me get it started. JAQUAE, you came from Harlem. You grew up here. You're enjoying a lot of successes with your career right now. Tell us about some of the things that you had to face coming up.
First thing first, I would like to say, what's up, y'all? How y'all feeling today? Y'all good? All right, so first thing first, you know, I would like to say, you know, I always had a problem with listening. You know what I'm saying? Like listening to, you know, people, you know, their opinions and everything like that. You know, I always wanted to just go by what JAQUAE wanted to do. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, just from, you know, and I was in y'all shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like it just feels like you just have to adapt to what's going on and everything like that. So, you know, just being that follower, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I was a little follower, you know what I'm saying? But I always wanted to lead at the same time, you feel me? But it never really worked out because I always wanted to just do my own thing. And by me just doing my own thing, of course, I kept running to a lot of brick walls and everything like that because I wasn't listening, you know? And then, you know, I just got tired of not listening and stuff like that. So, you know, I was like, let me just go ahead and just make different changes in my life by listening. And ever since I started listening, I graduated from high school, you know.
That's great.
Nah, appreciate it. And now, you know what I'm saying, I'm on reality TV. I got me a record deal and all that. You know, I still sometimes I don't like to listen sometimes, but, you know, it reminds me, you know what I'm saying, like I really got to be on my, you know, P's and Q's and stuff like that. But, you know, that was like my challenges. But now everything is working out in my favor because I listen and I made sure that, you know, at the end of the day, it's all about education, and you just got to focus and not follow people and just be a leader.
And be a leader. And speaking of leaders, NUPOL, you're one of the student leaders with the anti-gun violence movement here in New York and also nationally. You become a national figure to a lot of teens. You're a high school senior on your way to college next year. Tell us about why you got so involved with this whole anti-violence movement.
I come from, you know, the hood, and this is things that, you know, gun violence and just violence in general, those are things that we've had to face every single day. And when you speak about gun violence and things that goes on into our communities, one thing that I like to say is not only to address the root, the cause, but also to look at the underlying circumstances that led up to these. So, you know, a lot of these hoods and impoverished communities don't have resources, or there's not enough. You know, there's not a lot of outlets or programs that we as teens can turn to. So definitely pushing for those causes and getting involved young would definitely help and, you know, make a significant
it helps
impact.
changing your life direction. And Sha, you and Brother Jay and the team here with Miss Velez and everybody here at Johnson Houses, the Stanley Isaacs Center, and the S.A.F.E program, you do have programs, and how desperately needed are those by the teens?
Our programs is always going to be much needed by the community because of the violence that's plagued all around us. These kids are me, I'm these kids, I am the youth. I am part of this community, this is my community. I love these kids in my community, I grew up here. It's a rough community, and all of these kids that we have in this community are very, very blessed to have this community center. And I appreciate, you know, Ms. Velez, working under Ms. Velez to be able to, and I appreciate the Stanley Isaacs community to be able to work very close with the youth and my kids. Because if it wasn't for them, I don't know where I would be, so.
All right, we're going to talk about some of the programs and also want to talk about some of the challenges too, like how do you know who to listen to? Because there's a lot of haters out there when you start to make moves. When you start to do well in school, or you start to, you know, get a lot of attention for your music or whatever you're starting to do. So we're going to talk about that when we come back. This is Street Soldiers, our special Teen Summit Town Hall. I'm LISAEVERS. We'll be back right after this.
I'm chasing a dream, I do my thing, I maintain. I got an A chain, cause I'm MO late. Give me a pad and a pen, jewelry at the age of 10, cause I'm a prize winner.
NUPOL, as you become more prominent and well known for your activism, what have you encountered, especially being a female?
As a female, I've encountered like misogyny, ageism because I'm young. You know, and there's haters, you know, they're out there, you know. A lot of people would think that because I'm an activist that, you know, everybody loves me. But I have a lot of love, but also, you know, there's some haters out there, and, you know, I just shrug it off because I know I'm doing something right and I know my intentions are good, so I don't pay it any mind.
And you're taking a stand on an issue that really gets people very amped up and very upset and really riled up, that whole gun issue. Yeah. Have you had any experiences where people have come at you on social media?
Oh yeah, the internet trolls, you know, they think that we want to take their Second Amendment right away, and I'm not on that side, you know, but there's definitely need to be gun reforms to make these communities safer, so.
And Sha, in terms of the threat of violence in the community, that we keep hearing that New York City is safer now than it's ever been before, but there's still, as the teens that we were talking to here in the community, violence is still a very real concern for them. Explain for us how that manifests in their lives.
One thing about the S.A.F.E program, it's a program where we can discuss different topics and different things that's going on in our community. And what we do is we take our funds and we try to get the kids out of the community, because it's sad that they have to see and they have to go through so much each and every day in their households, at school, in the streets, just going outside to the store. So when they come here, it's like a second home. When we talk, it's like talking to my little brother or sister. So what I do is I try to just keep them in a positive space, keep them uplifted, and just keep them going in one direction.
JAQUAE, a lot of people turn to music as a way to make money, to survive, to get out of the circumstances that they're in that might be threatening their lives. Tell us about your story with that.
A lot of people, of course, take music and, you know, motivate them, you know what I'm saying, to get through the day. But, you know, don't take the lyrics and make it as your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good just for the moment. You feel me? You know, to praise it, but don't go out in the street and try to act like what you just heard. You feel what I'm saying? Because you just setting a bad example on yourself and others at the same time.
Explain that for us. What do you mean?
Like, far as in, like, if you hear, you know, get it, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like try to keep the positive energy around you at all times. You feel me? Because negative energy will always try to guide you through guide you to the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. But when I say y'all know what I'm talking about.
No, definitely. NUPOL, in terms of the education piece, you're focused on college. Was that always a focus for you?
You know, I've been through a lot of obstacles just to get to the point I'm in now. You know, statistically speaking, you know, I should be dead, pregnant, you know, in jail. Those are the realities that people in my community face, and that's the things placed on me as a black woman in America. But I'm beating those odds, and thank you. And, you know, my mother always, you know, don't let your circumstances define your outcome. She always taught me that, and I always kept that at the forefront of my mind. Through all the struggles, I just think that it's only temporary. Like, you have so much more to come in the future if you just stay focused. So my first choice university was Hampton University, and I got accepted, and I'm on a scholarship, and I'll be majoring in political science with a concentration in pre-law.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. And I just am hoping you'll share with the audience too. It's your childhood was not easy because you tell everybody how you lost your father and how old you were.
I lost my father to gun violence when I was 8 years old. So you know, growing up in the hood and, you know, low-income communities, it's been tough, but I'm making it. I'm overcoming.
Definitely making it. That's awesome to hear. Sha, you told me that one of the things that's most important is the conversation and the dialogue, and you believe that every young person in this room has the chance to create their own destiny. Why do you believe that?
I believe that because it starts with them. It starts with yourself. You could do anything and everything that you want to do. You believe in yourself, and the people believe in you. You could do anything and you can accomplish anything. All we got is us. So I just want you to just keep that in mind, that the only way you're going to change anything in this world, and it starts with you. Don't worry about the haters. The haters, they're going to come. They're going to be there. They're going to be whispering. But guess what? You don't say anything. You just lead. Use your footsteps. Don't use your mouth.
All right. Tell us about some of the stereotyping that you feel you're subject to.
Well, a lot of kids now feel like they have to look and dress a type of way to fit in. If not, they'll get bullied. They will get beat up.
We can give her applause for that, because that's real. That is real. So break that down for us.
Okay, so you know how people wear materialistic things, right? Some kids out here can't afford it. So they'll wear fake stuff or something similar to it, and they'll get bullied for it.
Bullied because they're not wearing that expensive item?
Yeah, they don't fit in, basically, yeah.
How many of you have had experience or heard of experiences like that? A lot of people. A lot of people. So we're talking about people getting hassled and getting bullied for not having the real jewelry or the real fur or the real this or the real that. What do you think about that?
I think it's like a big stereotype in the African-American community because they want to look at us as lesser than middle, like they see us as middle class, not a higher class, and people get stereotyped every day about stuff like that.
All right, excellent. And how do you deal with it?
You just gotta like shrug it off, move on, don't worry about it, you gotta ignore. The other ways you could do it, just like get a job, make money so you can get that type of stuff.
All right, well, thank you for your comment.
I've dealt with bullying and, you know, I've experienced all that, you know, because I'm not rich. I don't come from a rich background. But I came to a point in my life where I just didn't let those words define me anymore and who I am, because I know that I'm powerful than all those negative things that they had to say about me. And, you know, I stopped trying to fit in, you know, because I stand out naturally.
All right. I like that, yeah.
And I stayed true to who I am. You know, I'm passionate about civil rights and, you know, just making the world a better place. And this is not something that many young people it's not like, you know, cool per se, you know, to be a civil rights activist at such a young age. But, you know, some people, you know, had negative, corny comments to make, and now that they see me up here doing this, now everybody's trying to be my friend. But I'm like, no, you should have been with me back then.
Exactly.
You know.
I think there's a rap lyric like that. Back then you didn't want me, now I'm hot, you're all on me.
Yeah.
What do you think are some of the solutions or things that could be done to make your life better, or maybe make things a little easier for you?
Well, in my community center, we have an event. It's called Cops for Kids, and we like gathering cops in my group, and we having like a basketball game, a football game, and we just gathering the whole community to just have fun.
I actually just moved to Johnson. This is probably one of the only projects I know that has this community center where kids can, you know, do what they like to do and keep positive energy. I feel like we should have more centers like this. You have things like Uptown.
Definitely.
There's a place uptown. It's called the H Loft, and you have girls like, you know, Hype Girl.
Okay.
Hype Girl, and she gets kids together, and you know they dance. You know, you get to keep going. You know, there's more to do. So I feel like, you know, there should be like age appropriate things, not always, you know, always on the bad. There should be, you know, good things going on.
So you'd like to see more programs and more with the community center and everything?
Right, and you know, like Spike Lee, he has everybody come to the park and he shows his big film, one of his movies. You know, we should do community things, you know, things that keep us together, keep us motivated, you know, keep us going.
What's your question or comment for JAQUAE?
When you were little, like, what did it take to order to get, like, what inspired you to rap?
What inspired me? I would have to say, you know, growing up, I always wanted to be Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always the young one, you know what I mean, just putting a smile on my mother's face and my grandmother's face, and I just always wanted to entertain. That would really motivated me, and seeing them smile, that's why I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay focused on this right here. This is my passion.
You want to spit a few bars right now?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Oh, you got the swag, too.
I'm a kid in the PJs doing successful things, cause I'm ballin' like I'm Michael Jordan with his 6 rings. I'm chasing a dream, I do my thing, I maintain. I got an A chain, cause I'm MO lane. Give me a pad and a pen, jewelry at the age of 10, cause I'm a prize winner, really a beginner. Haters be hating, cause they know they pretend I'm a #1 plug. Never sold drugs, cause I know I'm not a thug. I do the things I love, shoot far like I'm KD. Mama really made me, Pops really raised me, but they both really named me. Learn from the best, put my fears to rest. I'ma be the greatest, I'm never gonna be the less.
Whoa! 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 All right, whoa! 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 That was awesome. What do you think about that, JAQUAE?
Yo, he got skills, man.
Skills to pay the bills.
Look, you got skills.
Okay, listen.
Nah, listen up, man.
All right, listen up.
You definitely have skills, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, it's very hard to even, like, take a stand like that, because a lot of people like to be shy and all that. And I could definitely see it, like, you definitely have a passion for this, and don't let nobody stop you from your dream, you feel what I'm saying? Like, always keep going, always practice, you feel me? Because it's there for you. For real, and I'm listening to your lyrics, like how you put your family involved, and how you saying that you're not a thug, you're just being you feel what I'm saying, and you want to be better. I salute you, King, for real.
All right. I have to thank our panel here. JAQUAE, great to have you with us. NUPOL, thank you so much for being with us and continued success. And SHAKIM, great to have you with us. Thank you so much, and thank you for hosting this for us with Brother Jay. We thank you so, so much. Remember, use your mind, it's your best weapon. I hope it's your only weapon. I'm LISAEVERS. Let's push for peace.